The sandhill cranes are here at Whitewater Draw through March, maybe early April. Not really sure. They're not on a schedule, so we're making a road trip out there. I was playing music, which is copyrighted, so now I'm narrating over. I was just pointing out that that was Mexico to the right-hand side of the camera, and I'm driving toward the Mule Mountains, toward Bisbee, which is buried into the Mule Mountains. I'm not sure if you care or not, but I'm using my GoPro for the first time. I'm not sure what I think about it. It's pretty handy. It's small, compact. I normally use my iPhone 14 Pro Max for my filming. I don't drag around one of those cameras. I'll tell you though, the folks that go look at the cranes sure bring these big old cameras with the humongous lenses. Still getting closer to Bisbee, to the mountains there, the Mule Mountains. Well, there's an interesting little tippy shot angled. Do you remember the magazine Arizona Highways, if you're a fan of Arizona? I think you can see why they would call it that. The highways here are just so scenic. We're heading into the canyon within the Mule Mountains that goes through the mountains and rounds around Bisbee, which is a mining town you probably know. A lot of people here in southeastern Arizona are very attracted to Bisbee. It's artsy-fartsy, it's, I don't know, cutesy. People love the vibe. Whichever way I head out to Whitewater Draw, it's about an hour from where I live. I thought I'd go through Bisbee and take you through the tunnel, but oh look, construction. What? No, I didn't call that right, did I? Normally we zip through the tunnel, do a little honk here and there, but none of that. We were going pretty slow, though it doesn't really look like it, does it? And camera down pretty quick. This wasn't meant to be a tour of Bisbee. I've never done one of those actually for you. But driving along, we are going to, or I am going to be able to show you what Bisbee looks like on the hills. It's a hill town. It's a mined out town. It's built into the hills, and there's a lot of walking, not a lot of parking for the residents who have to walk up to their homes. There is parking for tourism down at the bottom of the hill. There you can see the old town of Bisbee coming into view. They do have a couple other towns that are a little more suburban. This is I think to live here, you got to have a few bucks to live in these older homes on these hills. People, like I said, they love to come to Bisbee and eat and shop and look around. Heading through Bisbee and out the other side. We'll pass the lavender pit. Oh, look at that little RV setup. He's got it going on. I like it. This is all mined out. That's the famous lavender pit. Lots of copper came out of there. It's not mined anymore. I believe there's still copper in there. The quality would be a little substandard. I may not be speaking in the right terms, and the market isn't there for copper anymore. There are plenty of minerals still left in Arizona, but supply and demand, the market's not there for them. That's where you can stop and look into the pit. On the right-hand side toward the front is the old town of Lowell. I did a video on that for you. The mining company decided they needed the town, so into the pit it went. So strange to think about that. This is the back side of Bisbee. Still tailings. All of this is tailings. Coming and going. They have torn this town up. This entire hill is tailings. Oh, so sad. Alright, those are the Mule Mountains behind me. And I'm switching forward to look at, those are the Chiricahua Mountains, I believe. So those are the ones on the other side of this valley. Nice. Well, 20 minutes till we get to Whitewater Draw, which is where the cranes are. There's the thirsty lizard. Huh. There is a webcam operated by Arizona Fish and Game that goes from, say, October when the birds first come in to March or April. I guess they make that decision. It's a wonderful cam. You've got to watch it. I'm going to give you the link. I think it's important that you see these birds from the comfort of your own home. Even if you live here in Arizona, this is not the most populated place to go. And I guess what I'm saying very inarticulately, because I'm not really getting to the point, is if you're lonely, if you're housebound, if you can't get out, the webcam is pretty spectacular. And maybe a lot of these webcams of wildlife are. So this morning I could see the birds sleeping, and then I could see them take off due to stress, probably a predator. There's a coyote that's been running around, and I filmed him a couple times on my screen, on my computer screen. And you see the sun come up, you see the lights change, you see people walking. You know there's a world out there that's happening. And even if you can't be in it, you can watch nature through a screen, which is not necessarily your computer. So I'm going to give you the link to the webcam. While I was out here, I met quite a few people who were not aware there's a camera out there. I know where the camera is, and I waved at myself. It did take about a full minute, maybe a minute and a half for my wave to come back at me, but and I'll do a couple little screenshots for you that I took on my computer, which probably the entire thing would be copyrighted because I don't think Fish and Game actually owns the software. I sense it comes from across the pond, China way. So I'm following the slowest person. Now we look like we're zooming. I swear we weren't even doing 20 miles an hour. Oh my God. They did not want to get one little piece of gravel or dust on their car at all. I think I'm just pointing out that those are the Mule Mountains, the other side of the Mule Mountains. We're getting there. We are getting to the draw. I promise. This is the webcam at night or early in the morning, and this is how the birds sleep. This is only half of them. Another group sleep in a little pond on the other side. They all do pile together. The geese and the duck get between the sandhill crane's legs. This is a pretty calm little time for them right now. You could see, oh, actually it's not. No, there's a lot of eye shine. That means they're awake and there is a threat. I will show you that threat. I think it's a coyote. I don't hear the coyote howling, though. That really surprises me. There he is right there. Looks a little bit like a dog, doesn't he? He's like, what? Where is everybody going? I was just coming to play, but he's not going to play. No wonder they're taking off so much. Well, I don't see how he's not going to get something. This is a screenshot I took on my computer from the webcam. It's rather magical to watch them at night before the color kicks in. Color kicks in about 6:55 Mountain Time, if you want to know when the camera switches to more of a color. And I'll show you a couple photos of those. I took these this morning. There's definitely some graininess because it's my computer screen. But I wanted to just take these photos. You can't stand here and take those photos because that area is blocked off. That is to say, you can't stand at this exact vantage point. But you can see that there are piers out there that you can stand on. A lot of people do. One's taking off, and I'll show you more. Look at the sun hitting their wings. Isn't that glorious? I'm not saying it's the greatest photo. I'm just saying the view is glorious. Do check the webcam out. I thought I might head back through Tombstone and come around, returning to my town. I want you to see a military plane flying across here. There are no military bases on the other side of where it was coming from the east. I'm not really sure. Might have been practice touch and goes from nearby Davis Mountain. I thought he was interesting to watch, and he's very, very low, which suggests he might be. I don't know if I should even say this, but I think you can imagine we're on the border. End of the trip. I am heading back. Those are the Huachuca Mountains in front of me. As you know, my favorite filming is Garden Canyon, which is inside the Huachuca Mountains there. The Mule Mountains are now on my left. The Huachuca Mountains are in front, and directly ahead is Mexico. But I am all about those Huachuca Mountains. I'll give you the link to the webcam. Thanks for watching. Bye.